You're in luck if you're in the market for the best gaming laptop deals on offer this week. We've rounded up a whole roster of excellent offers for your perusal, from cheap and cheerful machines that still feature powerful SSDs to high-end gaming powerhouses. We've filtered out all of the gaming laptop deals you won't want to waste your time with to bring you the highest quality discounts from around the web. In this video, we're going to be checking out the top 5 best budget gaming laptops in the market today. You can find links to the products in the description. If you've got another product in mind that you'd like us to review, please comment down below, and we'll look into it as soon as possible and let you know how it compares to the items listed in this roundup. So, without further ado, let's get started with the list. Number 5. Asus TUF Gaming FX504G. The Asus TUF Gaming laptop is another GTX 1650 equipped laptop that sits just below $900. Instead of Intel inside, you're looking at an AMD's Ryzen 7 3750H, 8GB of memory, and a 512GB SSD. All of those components power the 15.6-inch, 120Hz 1080p display that sits just above a military-grade keyboard that should take any abuse you can throw at it. Guess it had to earn its TUF name somehow, right? You shouldn't have any issues hitting 120 FPS to match the display's refresh rate on this gaming laptop. The TUF Gaming FX705 is a good choice for anyone who wants a large, mid-range gaming laptop. The FX705's 17.3-inch, 144Hz display is vivid and detailed, and its Core i7 CPU and GTX 1060 GPU provide excellent all-around performance. The laptop also has a comfortable keyboard with customizable lighting, plenty of ports, and over 4 hours of battery life, which is impressive for a gaming laptop at any price point. With an angular black and red design, the Asus TUF Gaming FX504G doesn't stray far from the gaming laptop ordinary. The color scheme is practically a uniform for machines like this, and the overall look telegraphs typical gaming laptop in its size and shape. At $900, it's unrealistic to expect the Asus TUF Gaming FX504G to give you everything you need to play your favorite brand new games at maximum graphics settings. That's not what this class of laptop is built to do. What it will do is get you close. This machine should get you medium to high quality graphics performance at acceptable frame rates. It's an especially good value for esports competitors and players of MOBAs who don't require a lot of graphics processing oomph to fuel their daily drives. It's not as thin or as light as some of the newer NVIDIA Max-Q based devices, such as the Razer Blade, and the battery life needs work. Also, the economy-minded, plastic-heavy build merely treads water within its pool of competitors. But it is a lower-cost alternative to some other GeForce GTX 1050 Ti-powered machines that performs well for a decent price. Number 4. Acer Predator Helios 300. Arguably, Acer's Predator Helios 300 will get you the best performance when compared to the rest of the laptops on this list. It's a budget-oriented Predator model with great parts at just shy of $1,000. It sports an Intel Core i7 87500HQ processor, GTX 1060 GPU, 16GB DDR4 memory, and a 15.6-inch Full HD 1920 by 1080 144Hz display. A laundry list of ports, including HDMI, will ensure you have enough room to plug any accessories or peripherals into the Predator. And with up to 7 hours of claimed battery life, this cheap gaming laptop could double as a work machine, or at least make flights a bit less boring. Again, the GeForce GTX 1660 Ti and Helios 300 prove their mettle. averaging 81 frames per second FPS and 90 FPS on titles like Far Cry 5 at full settings for a laptop of this price is no joke, and it represents a great value. You'd be handily over the 60 FPS target for AAA games, and can even leverage the high refresh rate of the 144Hz display to some degree. With settings turned down, or in less demanding competitive multiplayer titles, you can make even fuller use of that fast panel. It's always enjoyable to see a product get the upper hand on a significantly more expensive competitor. But does that make the Predator Helios 300 worthwhile? In short, yes. Currently, you can pick up the Acer Predator Helios 300 on sale from Amazon for $1,099. Of the systems included in these tests, the two that came closest to matching the Predator Helios 300 were the Dell G715 and the MSI GS65 Stealth. The first of these retails for around $1,803.99, whereas the latter notebook cost $1,699. These higher price tags may come with some extra features and benefits like MSI GS65 Stealth's full metal exterior and more compact form factor, but in terms of raw performance, neither of those more expensive systems best the Acer Predator Helios 300. Number 3. Lenovo IdeaPad L340. Lenovo's IdeaPad L340 Gaming was recently upgraded to include an NVIDIA GTX 1650 alongside an up to 9th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Like most gaming laptops, you can find the L340 Gaming in 15 and 17-inch models. However, it won't cost you a single extra dime to get the big version of this machine. Both models, yes, that includes the 17-inch model, are available at $950 starting price. We picked out a higher-end model that's actually in stock right now. So, if a little extra screen real estate without the gill is what you're looking for, the 17-inch IdeaPad L340 might just be what you're looking for. The low price is the biggest plus. Lenovo has polished the chassis of the V155 a bit and put cheap but also game-ready hardware into the 15-inch case. The result is the IdeaPad L340 Gaming, which has a price of less than €800 or $872. Of course, there's no high-end gaming here. In our review, we will show exactly where compromises need to be made. The case of the Lenovo IdeaPad L340 Gaming is made of plastic that has been finished with a smooth surface and simulates the look of brushed material. The workmanship is good and the edges are smooth and even. The weight of the base allows the lid to be opened with one hand. Furthermore, the screen's opening angle is 180 degrees, and the display is surrounded by narrow bezels. The only shortcoming is that the great susceptibility to fingerprints, which is especially found on the top side of the lid. If you're looking out for a gaming laptop that won't break your budget, the IdeaPad L340 Gaming 15-inch might seem like a pretty tempting choice. In fact, at first sight, the laptop looks very good, and if it wasn't for the sticker gaming on the base of the chassis, one would never tell that this device has the ability to run some AAA titles. Everything just seems too good to be true, because it is. Its low price is mainly derived from its poor build quality and TN panel. Of course, you can go for the IPS version, but then you're approaching Legion Y540 territory, and the IdeaPad L340 Gaming 15-inch becomes less appealing, especially with the modest GPU choice you have. A GTX 1050 with only 3 GB of memory, as well as a 4 GB GeForce GTX 1650, which would be the natural choice. You should go for this machine. Pairing the laptop with a budget panel was natural, given the price tag. Our configuration was equipped with a 1080p TN panel, FHD TN BOE NT156 FHM-N61. BOE 0812. that excels in terms of response time, this is important for gamers, and has no PWM in use for brightness adjustment. On the other side, the display is too dim for outdoor usage, has a horrendous contrast ratio and terrible viewing angles. Again, doing so will set you back some more of that sweet green cash, which means you may probably pay just a little bit extra and get the Acer Nitro 5 or the newly updated HP Pavilion Gaming 2019, both of which have better battery life and better upgradability. All in all, we don't think the IdeaPad L340 Gaming 15-inch is really that bad of a device. It just carries too much of the older IdeaPad 330 with itself and is not really focused on gaming. Should they lower the price or update some of the features of this notebook, it is going to be a perfect match for gamers on a budget. Number 2. HP Pavilion Gaming Laptop. This was the absolute cheapest gaming laptop on this list last year, and we've held it over this year for much of the same reason. Its components are still capable of keeping up with medium gamers, and it's an incredible value. You get a 1050 Ti, which is basically the bare minimum graphics card you need to still hit acceptable performance levels in gaming. It's worth the small extra cost over the vanilla GTX 1050 that's available in base model. But on top of that, it comes with an i5-8300H, 8GB of RAM, and a 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive. Better still, it looks the part of a gaming laptop with a green backlit keyboard and sharp aggressive angles. This is the ultimate budget gaming laptop, and its hardware trade-offs are a minor price to pay for such affordability. The Gaming Pavilion 15 has, as its name suggests, a 15.6-inch display. The IPS panel operates natively at 1920 by 1080 and has a 144 Hz refresh rate. Our review unit achieved an average maximum brightness of 324 cdm², according to X-Rite IL Pro 2, making it the brightest screen in our comparison table below. Unfortunately, the display suffers from a comparatively high black value that we measured at 0.42 cd/m², which limits the contrast ratio to a measly 821:1. Only one of our comparison devices has a ratio higher than 1,000:1, which is something we would expect from any class of laptop costing $1,500 US. The panel has a short response time though, which will please gamers, as will the lack of pulse width modulation, or PWM. Bottom line is, the HP Pavilion 15 gaming laptop proves it's possible to get a decent gaming laptop for under $1,000, but not without making some sacrifices. The $999 rig delivers solid overall performance, but you'll have to turn down the settings to play most games at the screen's native 1080p resolution. The Razer-inspired keyboard offers a good typing experience, while the CoolSense technology keeps the temperature within a reasonable range. Despite its strengths, we can't overlook the Pavilion's dim display, slow transfer times, and short battery life. For the same price, you can get the Lenovo Y700, which offers a brighter and more vibrant display, better audio, faster performance, and an elegant aluminum chassis. However, if you want a competent sub-$1,000 gaming laptop that can perform productivity tasks with ease, the HP Pavilion gaming laptop is worth considering. Number 1. MSI GF63 Thin 9SCX615. The touring-based GTX 1650 debuted as a low-price yet high-performance mobile GPU, and MSI's GF63 Thin delivers on that promise. Priced at about $800, the GF63 Thin comes with an Intel Core i5-8300H, GTX 1650, 8GB of memory, two 56GB SSD, and a 15.6-inch 1080p display. Naturally, the MSI GF63 Thin has the same tried-and-true look that MSI's gaming laptops are known for. A black housing, sharp edges, bright red highlights, and a bright red keyboard. Oh, and this one weighs in at a fairly light 4.1 pounds. The MSI GF63 is designed for people who want to game, but don't want to spend a fortune to do so. You get solid performance from its Intel Core i7 processor and NVIDIA graphics. It offers excellent performance at a reasonable price, allowing you to play most modern games at low settings. It's a great choice for an entry-level player. The MSI GF63 lowers the price of entry for narrow bezel gaming laptops to just $750, and it is significantly lighter and smaller than competitors in that price range. If you want a laptop for mainstream gaming that is also portable enough for schoolwork for less than $1,000, then the GF63 is an excellent option. Its combination of gaming performance, affordability, and mobility was unheard of just a year ago when narrow bezels were limited to pricey flagship models like the XPS 159560 or Gigabyte Aero 15X. In order to offer such a light 15.6-inch gaming laptop for a low price, MSI had to drop several features from the GF62 VR. Potential buyers should be aware that the GF63 is more streamlined with no number pad, tri-zone RGB lighting, or SD reader. Users who wish for GTX 1060 graphics will also be out of luck here, as the highest GPU option is the GTX 1050 Ti Max Q. Fortunately, core gaming performance is reliable when plugged in with decent battery life for less demanding tasks.